Hi everyone, and welcome back to another AutoCAD Electrical Pro tutorial. In this video, we're going to walk through one of the most important areas of AutoCAD Electrical, the Schematic tab. I'll show you the layout of the tab, the main buttons, and what each panel is used for. Finding the Schematic tab. I have a sample drawing open, so let's locate the Schematic tab. You'll notice the tab is divided into several panels. These panels group related tools together so the interface stays organized and easier to navigate. By default, you'll see 6 panels, but there are 2 additional ones you can make visible. We will leave these out of the selection for now. First panel is Insert Components panel. The first button is Icon Menu. This is where you select electrical symbols to build your schematics. You also have other options here. Catalog Browser lets you browse the default AutoCAD Electrical catalog, which includes manufacturer data for many components. User-defined list. Useful for quick access to components you use frequently. Equipment list. Connects to custom databases if your company uses them. Panel list. If you've already placed components in the panel layout, you can bring those into the schematic. Terminal list. Similar idea, but specifically for terminal blocks. Let's open the icon menu. At the top, you'll see which library is assigned to the project. In this example, the project is using NFPA library, so any symbol we insert will follow that standard. If you expand this panel, you'll also find symbol libraries for pneumatic, hydraulic, and PNID drawings. These are great to have available so you don't need to draft everything from scratch. Circuit Builder lets you insert predefined motor circuits and similar setups. Wire Sizing helps you calculate appropriate wire sizes. You'll also see smaller buttons with alternate functions. Multiple Insert, place several of the same symbol in one action. PLC Tools, insert PLC modules from a large list of manufacturers and models. Insert Connector, customize plug and socket arrangements, pin counts, spacing, and more. Splice, insert the standard wire splice. Insert saved circuits, bring in circuits you've saved to a folder or the icon menu. Location box, define areas of the drawing where components share the same location code. Link components, here you can link related devices on the drawing. Next is the Edit Components panel. Edit Component opens the Insert Edit dialog where you can add or modify component data. Internal Jumper. Add internal links inside a component which may not be visible but appear in reports. Fix Unfix Tag. Lock a component's tag if you're doing a project-wide retag. Copy Catalog Assignment. Copy catalog data from one device to another. Delete component. Scoot. You can move a component along a wire while keeping its electrical references intact. Additional options here lets you align, flip, or stretch components, including PLC modules. toggle normally closed, normally open. You can change the graphical state of relay contacts or switches. Edit connector. You can edit, modify connectors created earlier. Copy component. Quickly duplicate the device. Retag, find, replace. Tools for retagging components or replacing terminal text. Swap, replace block. Replace a block while keeping its attributes. Update tools, update child components, descriptions, and other. Save circuit to icon menu. You can store these for reuse later. Attribute editing, edit text fields, positions, or add new attributes. Terminal tools, manage terminal associations, jumpers, and connections. Panel circuit clipboard. Here you can cut, copy, and paste circuits. Fourth panel, insert wires, wire numbers panel. This panel focuses on wiring. Wire. Draw the wire path. Multiple bus. Draw several wires at once. Useful for three-phase circuits. Wire numbers. Place wire numbers, including options for PLC and three-phase wiring. Source and destination arrows. Continue wires across different drawings in the same project. Fan in, fan out. This allows you to join multi-core cables into single-line representations for simplicity. Ladders, helpful for PLC and control drawings. XY references. Usually these are set up at the beginning of the project. Cable markers, identifying cables for use in real-world assemblies. Wire color gauge indicators, add visual cues for wire properties. Wire connection symbols, place dots or angled lines to show electrical continuity. In panel 5, you can edit wires, wire numbers panel. Here you can modify existing wiring. You can edit wire by changing its properties. You can hide, swap other actions. You can manage the wire visibility and behavior. You can trim wire by removing part of it. You can delete the wire number. You can add or edit ladder rungs. You can copy the wire number, move wire number, stretch and bend wire to suit the diagram better. You can verify and trace the wire by checking its path. You can flip the wire number. This will move it from one side to the other side of the wire. And you can toggle the number position by switching it between inline to next to wire. This last panel is Other Tools panel. This final panel becomes more useful as you get comfortable with AutoCAD Electrical. Symbol Builder. Create custom symbols when the library doesn't have what you need. Icon Menu Wizard. Add your custom symbols to the icon menu for quick access. Drawing Properties. Edit metadata for the drawing, which can be used later in reports. That's the overview of the Schematic tab. It is a lot at a first glance, but the goal here is simply to show you what's available and where everything lives. In upcoming videos, we'll break these tools down with practical examples so you can see how they are used in real projects. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.